You know what the worst thing about vomiting into a toilet is? It's not the actual act of vomiting into the toilet, it's the aftermath. Because your throat for the next like 10 days is acidic and horrible, and you can't do the Gollum voice, and I wanted to do the Gollum voice so badly in that last video, but I just couldn't do it. So that's what happens sometimes because my throat was all screwed up. That's what you get for being drunk and vomiting everywhere. But that's not the point of this video. This is, of course, a Pokemon battle, and it's just a standard game that I had on my stream against Salamence X. If you say that quickly, then perhaps you will glean a different meaning from it. But for the moment, we're just going to lead off with our Heavy Rain here, our Politoed, who is obviously going to be able to Ice Beam the Salamence, but clearly that would be a stupid thing to do because he's not going to leave it in on the first turn for it to get hit. So, going to go to Vaporeon. The best thing I have to hit the Vaporeon is a Focus Blast, because I don't think I have a appropriate hidden power. This is a Specs Politoed, and I didn't decide. Well, I was like, okay, I'd want Focus Blast instead of HP Grass or whatever, so that's what I went for, and I am able to get off 2 hits on the Vaporeon before it goes for the Wish, and obviously it's going to Protect here. So either I could stay in and waste my time by Focus Blasting and not achieving anything, or I could switch out, go into my Skarmory, and start setting up the hazards. So that's what I decided to go. I'm going to Gust Fring. You know, he's in charge of the chickens, and he's the head honcho, the steel chicken, if one were to make that analogy. But it ends up that he doesn't go for the Protect. He makes the smart play going for Toxic, thinking that I would not stay in, thinking that he would Protect. But fortunately for me, I actually go to a Pokemon which can take the Toxic anyway, which is pretty fantastic. So I decide I'm going to set up the Stealth Rocks right here, just get those down. Those are the most important ones, and then I can set up Spikes after that. Goes into Heatran, which I'm pretty sure is going to end up going for Stealth Rocks of his own. So I decide to Taunt instead of trying to switch out and being afraid of any fire moves, because partially the rain is up, but also, you know, it is a Heatran, and most defensive Heatrans will set up Stealth Rock. So I go for the Taunt. He actually ends up going to Breloom, which is fine to be taunted because it means he can't Swords Dance, he can't Spore, he can't Sub. So I can freely get up some Spikes as he gets rid of that thing, because otherwise it really can't do much to me. It can Mach Punch and Bullet Seed, but obviously Skarmory can easily take those hits. So now he goes into his Gliscor. And I'm going to try and taunt that thing as well. I don't want it going for, I don't know, Sub, Protect, any of that bollocks. So go for another taunt as he switches into his Vaporeon. Getting a lot of good switches here. And it seems like he doesn't really know how to deal with the Skarmory right now. He's kind of frolicking around and jumping between Pokemon. I do get the taunt off, and obviously that's not going to be huge because the only thing he could really do is like Wish and Toxic and stuff, but you know, and that's not really too bad in my opinion against Skarmory. So I get off a second layer of Spikes. He ends up scalding me, which unfortunately, because I have the rain up, is going to do so much damage. Taking me down to 54. It doesn't quite take me out. Fortunately, I don't get burned, which means I do have ample opportunity to go for a Brave Bird, and that is exactly what I'm going to do. I could have potentially got up my third layer of Spikes, but it was a trade-off of whether I wanted to damage Vaporeon enough to bring it to the point where I could revenge kill it with Dragonite, or get up some Spikes and then have a horrible time dealing with Vaporeon at a higher amount of HP. And I prefer to get it down to a low amount of HP, bring in Dragonite, go for a Thunder, and just get out of the picture. I would much rather do that than mess around with extra hazards, especially when he only has like maybe 3 or 4 things that are affected by Spikes themselves. So it's better to just go for that play. And that's what I did. I'll go straight into Dragonite, drop a Thunder on this fake mermaid, and it's going down. So now he goes into the Heatran, and this is an interesting Dragonite because it's a mixed attacker, which usually, according to the Smogon page, carries Life Orb, but I decided to give it a different item, and it works because it can help you to kind of bluff like Choice Specs or Choice Band or something, which means when he goes into Heatran, there is no way he was expecting me to go for the superpower, and I was thinking, come on, I should be able to take out a Heatran, but unfortunately, because I'm splitting my EVs between special attack and attack, I obviously haven't got enough investment to be able to finish off a Heatran even after 2 layers of Spikes and Stealth Rock, which is rather unfortunate. I might have to go back and rejiggle the EV investment on this guy to make sure I can do that, but unfortunately for me, because he lives, it means he gets off a Lava Plume, not only breaking my multi-scale, but also burning me in the process, which is pretty huge. However, because this Dragonite is mixed, it has Hurricane, it has Thunder, I feel like it's still going to be useful no matter what. So I go for the Hurricane on his Protect because there was the potential of him going to Gliscor to take another superpower if he was predicting that. But he sees me going for Hurricane, so he knows I have it. So that's a kind of a mental thing I'm doing with him where he's like, well, obviously I can't go into Gliscor now because he has Hurricane. So he's going to stay in, allows me to go for Thunder safely, and Thunder will, of course, finish him off. So now he goes into Salamence. I'm around half HP, but I know I can keep that guy around for later, obvious leave Hurricanes and Thunders. Gonna go into my Politoed, probably the best thing to take on this kind of Salamence, and clearly, his entire team at this point is actually extremely weak to Ice Beam. I've got rid of his Vaporeons, so the only thing that actually resists the Ice Beam is Weavile, which is fragile enough that after Stealth Rocks and Spikes, it's going to be 2-hit KO'd by the hit with the Specs. So I could have potentially gone for the Surf or Scald, or not Scald, the Hydro Pump or Surf, which may have been a better idea because it meant I would have not had to take this damage from Weavile, and I would have taken out one hit, but I don't know. Ice Beam was covering all my bases, and it wasn't a big deal anyway. So I managed to finish off the Weavile with a second Ice Beam level 63 after the Night Slash. Thankfully, no crit on his end, and Breloom is going to be easily able to come in and revenge kill me. So I guess in the long run, it doesn't actually make that much of a difference because I wouldn't have wanted to switch out on Breloom regardless. So yeah, thinking about it in the long run, not a big deal that I went for Ice Beam on the Weavile. So now I'm going to go into my Tornadus, and clearly him seeing a Tornadus probably thinks he's just going to be standard, Hurricane Tornadus. So I'm not going to switch to Gliscor, and that's why I'm able to get a free kill on the Breloom, because I'm a physical one. I'm bulk up with Flying Gem Acrobatics and I believe Superpower and all that good stuff. So I'm actually able to deal with that pretty well. So now it goes into Salamence. It's good that he keeps switching this thing in because Stealth Rocks are destroying it slowly, and he's actually Scarfed, so able to go for the Outrage, and I think I can maybe live one, but unfortunately I get critted, so there's no chance of that happening. He's going to get the Moxie boost, and I'm in a little bit of a pickle here because I've got to basically use priority to end this guy, and that's partially the reason I have Dragonite kept around as well, is because he has extreme speed. Even though he's burned, he should be able to do enough damage to take down the Salamence from that range. First of all, going to Dugtrio, because Sucker Punch is the more powerful option. I'm thinking maybe Sucker Punch will be able to take him out. If it doesn't, then I can use my second resort, which is Dragonite. And people might think, maybe because I'm burned, extreme speed isn't going to kill. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is where the little bit of tweaking comes into play, because this is the item that I gave my Dragonite, a normal gem. I don't know. It's rather situational, but I think it's kind of cool to have a priority move with a gem, because sometimes priority moves don't have enough power to finish things off, and if you just give that added bonus with a gem, it can help, and it may even have helped in that situation against Salamence, who knows. But now he's going to go into his last guy, which is Gliscor. I only have Dragonite and Choice Banded Terrakion left, so this is going to be horrible, and it's really bad because he's actually faster with his Gliscor, meaning that he can go for the most annoying thing in the fucking world, which I have told everyone a million times. I hate this fucking set. So annoying, so frustrating. Sub-protect, poison heal, la 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 la, fuck my life. And he sub-protects his way to me losing my Dragonite. My Dragonite's gone. Sub-protects his way all the way there. I'm thinking, okay, this is it. I need to bring him down with Terrakion to a point where he can't sub. I'm hoping that Stone Edge doesn't miss. I'm hoping maybe a crit would be nice, or just even doing as much damage as I can. Down to 79 HP. He cannot make a sub. He is too weak to do it. Absolutely fantastic. But the game's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. I do need to hit a second Stone Edge. He's going to protect here to PP stall and perhaps give me more of an ample opportunity to miss the Stone Edge, because, the law of probabilities is probably going to apply. But, ladies and gentlemen, I go for a second Stone Edge, and I don't miss after the protect. Able to finish off the Gliscor with Banded Terrakion, who's just pumping iron. My god, the muscles on this fucking horse, I tell you what. His hooves, they hit hard and finish off the Gliscor. So pretty fucking fantastic. I'm always elated when I manage to kill one of those fucking things, and it worked. It was good. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was an interesting game, one of the better ones that I had at the stream, and yeah, that's pretty much that. So do leave a like if you enjoyed. As always, comment with your thoughts, feelings, concerns, etc. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.